2 is, do you want me to tell you what I think? Or 3 is, do you want me to side with you? Because I could do that too. You know what I'm saying? So I could be like, oh, that's crazy. That should have never happened. And I started to understand because, you know, where we come from, it's hard for somebody to tell you how they really feel. It took me until I was 40 to tell somebody I was sad or I was depressed. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Or I don't feel confident about this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or that I might be, you know, concerned.
Yeah.
Because when you're that guy, you have to.
Can't show weakness.
Yeah, you can't show anything.
You said earlier, I'm depressed. I'm drinking.
Right.
I'm drinking a bottle of champagne in the morning,
Right.
moving to tequila in the afternoon.
Right.
You're eating. You're heavy.
Yeah.
Right. You're stressed. You're worried. You're running. Is there any one thing you did, or was there any one moment, or was it just an accumulation of things where you're like, that's enough. I can't do this anymore?
I would say this. I didn't have a purpose before then. I was just chasing money and trying to get out of my situation. And he did that. God did that for me. He took me out of my situation. And I'm 4 albums in, about 8 million records sold.
Crazy.
Like, but what am I doing for him? How am I continuing his message? What am I doing? He took me out of a situation where I could have had a life sentence. It was there. I still don't know how I dodged that, by the way. I think about that all the time, but it was there, right? And I've lost, you know, so many people, and I sat there and I'm just like, yo, like, you know, right now I'm the issue. I need to work on myself because the things that I have going on inside of me is no way to lead anyone, right? And I'm making music. So I got millions of people listening to me and listening to what I'm saying. I'm not a saint, but I do got common sense, right? And it's just like I'm saying things that might affect people in different ways. But I'm like, and my thing is the audio got to match the video, right? So I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying this stuff, but I'm doing something else, right? And I got to get on line with what I'm saying, right? So now I'm walking into, and it was the scariest thing in my life. And by the way, just so we clear, like, I was met with a moment where I knew it was a moment. Meaning I was, my first album came out, I was selling, and this is statute of limitations, by the way, anybody listen, I'm good. I talked to my lawyers about it. And I had to make a decision, which was one of the biggest decisions. I had to make a decision what I was going to do because I was trying to balance the streets and music, and I had some small piece of success, and I had to walk away cold turkey from the streets. Now, mind you, that means depend on music, right? And when I did that, I had 3 of those Nextel chirp phones. That's what we used to talk on. And all those phones had a lot of money on them. Like, people owed me money. And I woke up and I just said, I'm not doing this no more. I put the phones in the bag, threw them in the trash bin in my building, and I walked away, right? And that was like my first, like, okay, I'm going to do this music stuff. Now, mind you, about 8 months later, I'm performing at a show and tear my vocal cords. Now, I can't talk. I got a record deal with a major label.
Oh my God.
I can't talk. I got shows booked up from here to 2000, whatever. I can't go on the stage. And that was the first time he humbled me. He humbled me. He humbled me. He humbled me. And I had to really look at this and go, I'm so close. This could happen. What do I need to do? And that was just a lot of praying, a lot of confusion. And then he let me live. I got a throat surgery that I didn't have insurance at the time. Imagine, I had Lamborghinis, all this stuff, and no health insurance. Imagine that. So I had to pay for my surgery with cash, and then I got back out there, and I started the same thing.